because you have taken my silver and my gold. As in, when they destroyed the temple, they took everything that was in the treasure that belonged to the temple and to Yahweh, of course. In the spiritual sense, silver represents the many, as scripture says that in Israel there was so many silver, pretty much as much as dust. And then it says, and my gold. And gold represents the kingdom. It represents the few who will become kings and priests. So, because you have taken my silver and my gold, as in how the nations have been against his people, both the many and the few. And, well, obviously, when it comes to his people throughout the years, they have been killed in many instances by Christianity and by many evil rulers. And when I say Christianity, I mean the Roman Catholic Church, how it killed a lot of people for reading scriptures, wanting to know the true Elohim instead of what they were being taught and all of that. So, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my prized possessions. So the chosen few, through falsehood, the falsehood in which they were born, they were taken into their temples. Obviously, in the literal sense, as I was saying, they took the treasure of Yahweh from his temple and took it away and to their temples. But in the spiritual sense, Yahweh is saying, you took the few and the many through falsehood during the apostasy and took them to your temples, to falsehood, to the false doctrines. So, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my prized possessions. Also, the people of Yehuda and the people of Jerusalem you have sold to the Greeks, confirming what I was saying. And obviously, in the literal sense, it's obvious. The Greeks represents Christianity. The actual word Christian is Greek. The name Jesus, well, it has many other alterations from the true name Yahushua, which the Jewish turned into Yehoshua, and then Yeshua, and then the Greeks turned it into Jesus. But then in Latin, when they added a letter, well, and later on in the 17th century, they made the J, so it became Jesus. But in the Greek language, there was a key change that they made to turn the name into Jesus, obviously, which is a perversion. So it says also the people of Yehuda and the people of Jerusalem you have sold to the Greeks, as in they became Christians. And when I say Christian, I mean the false doctrine that was influenced a lot by pagan doctrines like those of the Greeks. The Greeks would judge by appearance, and that's how it's done in Christianity also, which Yahushua tells us not to do, not to judge through appearance, but through right judgment. So, you have sold to the Greeks, the people of Yehuda and the people of Jerusalem, that you may remove them far from their borders, confirming the fact that Israel, through the several captivities, which, well, 4 of them, they would be scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth.